Welcome to the new video, guys. I tried this version of Leyline Mage, and I gotta say, I have not seen anything perform as good as this version. It's definitely pretty different from what I'm used to seeing. Of course, it has plenty of the stable cards, but for instance, it doesn't have things like Calic, which definitely sounds crazy, but when you think about it, it actually makes a good amount of sense. Anyway, in this video I'm gonna give you a quick updated guide about this updated list, talk about mulligans, win rates, and general tips so you know what you could be doing with, as well as what to expect against it. And if you find the video helpful, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe under the video, and don't forget to check me out live on stream each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But now, let's check out the guide.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list we used, and for starters, it does have a little bit more defensive stuff than we're used to seeing. For instance, we have a couple of mirror dimensions, and this card really does buy you plenty of time to actually dilly-dally with your leyline stuff. We also have a couple of time-twisted seers, which are basically better Calic, even though it is going to be somewhat expensive for you, but you're not going to have a turn 4 do-nothing kind of deal. Another interesting inclusion would be the Tunneling Geomancer, and we also have Xavius, which definitely does help plenty here, especially if you land something like double Battlecry Surge Needle, Leywalker, or heck, even the Mystic Room Bear. Of course, you could be getting all sorts of other different things from Xavius, and even if you don't get a good Dark Gift on one of your Leyline cards, it's still a great way to fish them out, albeit a little bit slow. What is this deck trying to do? Well, with the added survivability, it has a much better time actually going through its good Leyline cards. Of course, you're still gonna have to get decently lucky to actually get them relatively early, but you actually do get them quite decently well with this one, so there's that. Depending on the matchup, you might have to go slow or fast. Like if you're against something like Druid, God knows you're gonna have to slow it down so you can get yourself preferably 2 Surge Needles, maybe amp it up a little with the Room Bear so you can actually get a decent chunk of damage out of things like Bursting Leyline and fill the board nicely with things like Crystallized Leyline, which honestly is a lot better after the buff, by the way. Like this thing going up to 7 as soon as you play a single Rune Saber is great. Going up to 8 definitely does feel better, and if you've played a couple of Surge Needles, getting yourself free out of this, absolutely amazing. Going through the deck, we do have a couple of First Flames with which you are going to be able to control the board decently well. The Mirror Dimension, as long as you have a dragon in your hand, is going to give you a couple of 0/4 taunts, which is going to buy you a lot of extra time, and you do have decent amount of dragons like Time Twisted Seer, like Winter Spring Whelp, and it honestly would have been amazing if some of the Leyline cards were actually dragons, or heck, even elementals for that matter, but that's about it for dragons in here. The Sleet Storm is definitely pretty good. You could use it for the opponent's phase, but more often than not, you are going to be using it on the opponent's minions, and this way, with the second tick, you're always going to have like free damage, and if you have some spell damage added to it, it is actually taking the spell damage twice, so with +1 it's going to deal free +2 damage, all around pretty decent. The Time Twisted Seer is a great card to actually be activating with the Sleet Storm. This way you only spend 1 mana to get yourself the +2 from this 1 mana card, instead of just hero powering it for a grand total of 3 mana, and with this guy you are going to get a lot extra damage out of your Bursting Leyline, as well as out of your Arcane Flow, because this as well is going to be taking the spell damage twice. It's also a dragon, so all around it does make a lot of sense in a deck like this, and in some cases you could even tempo it out, I guess, like things against Face Hunter. God knows, having a 1/3 on turn 1 would be very decent for you. The Winter Spring Whelp is another great dragon card. You already ran this guy because you really don't have that many 1-drops in the deck, and getting yourself an extra 1-cost spell from another class could be decent. Blood Mage Thanos is also in here for a little bit of card draw, and a little bit of spell damage again, albeit a little bit on the expensive side for that much spell damage. Personally, I would consider maybe adding a Flame Elemental in here, so you can draw out your fire spells a little bit more reliably, but that's just me. The Leyline Nexus is pretty good, especially if it procs a couple of times. Getting you all of those cards with an added discount can be huge, and sometimes this way you can do some absolutely crazy combos, as you're about to see in the last game, I do believe. The Mystic Room Bear, pretty amazing minion, just a 2 mana 2/3, but with the added elusive definitely helps you control the board a little bit better, and also the effect ain't no joke. The Smoldering Grove, especially after a couple of turns, is going to be drawing you a grand total of 3 cards, which is definitely very good for 2 mana only, but even just drawing 2 cards with it could be pretty worth it, and sometimes it is going to be what you're going to be doing, because in some games you're actually going to have hand size issues with a deck like this, and in other games you're going to have just a hard time not drawing early, because for the next turn you probably already want to be playing something like a Surge Needle, like a Xavius, that kind of stuff, so you gotta really be smart about this card. The Leywalker, pretty good, gives you the discount for all of your Leylines, but also gives you an extra random Leyline, which could be nice. nice. The Tunneling Geomancer could be something you prep in advance, so you can actually get yourself that +1 spell damage for 0 later on, and you only need to prep it for 2 mana because it always gives you an extra bonus. With Arcane Flow, you could be using this separately, you could be using it comboed off, and when you combo it off, it does take spell damage twice, but when using it separately, especially for the AoE, it could be very important, and that way you could actually make an otherwise big board very good for something like a Bursting Leyline afterwards. Like, let's say you do something like 3 damage AoE on a full board of 4 health, suddenly they're all 1 health, and Bursting Leyline deals a ton of damage. The Bursting Leyline is especially important against classes with a lot of health gain and a lot of armor gain, so be smart about how you use these. Like, if you're against a class that heals a lot, you might want to wait when you actually have amped the Bursting Leyline nice and big, and maybe you can combo it off with a little bit of spell damage, a second Bursting Leyline, that kind of stuff. The sucky part about this card is if there's a very healthy minion on the board, it could actually concentrate on that alone and go over and over on it. You're gonna see that in one of the games. We actually almost got scammed, but still, definitely a very good card, especially if you use it well. Xavius, like I said, would be amazing if it gives you double battle cry on some of your Leyline minions, but also getting yourself -2 attack, -2 mana on one of those could be great. And all around, you are just gonna be getting some really good minions out of your deck. Like, you could also get yourself something like an extra copy of a Time Twisted, Blood Mage Townhouse, Tunneling Geomancer, that kind of stuff, so that can also be pretty profitable. The Surge Needles, the sooner you play them, the better. They're still kind of useless in terms of effects. Would have been amazing if this thing had some kind of taunt, lifesteal, rush, at least, like something to actually do something with the board with it. But alas, it's still just a basic bitch 3/5, but the effect definitely is one of the strongest in the deck. With the Crystallized Leyline, especially after at least a single Surge Needle, it would be absolutely amazing, and sometimes it could carry you games very nicely. There are plenty of amazing 6-drops, 7-drops, 8-drops, but also plenty of absolutely horrible looking expensive minions. Like, we actually had this thing amped up to 9 drops, and we literally got a fucking free out of it, so there's that. And lastly, we do have Arcanomicon, which, if you're smart about it, could actually be not such a bad card to be using. Like, in some cases, you just go for the discount out of it. In others, obviously, the Surge Needle is still gonna be MVP, albeit it does give you twice as less as the other two. Like, everything else is by 2, whereas the Surge Needle effect is just by 1. Obviously, it's just way too strong if it was by 2 as well. But also getting yourself all of those Leylines could be great, and in some cases, going for the discount could be a very good idea, so you can actually do something extra that turn where you play this thing for 6 mana. For the matchups, we are gonna see plenty of red here. It is still not a very easy deck to do well with, especially in a very aggressive meta, but people in Top Legend actually have done pretty well with it, and I myself did pretty well with it in 11x meta, albeit it's still starting from bronze, but we're still playing against Top Legend players, so that's how MMR works. But as you see, things like Paladins are not gonna be your friend, burn decks like Mage and Face Hunter, and Aggro Druid if you manage to find any. Unholy Death Knight could be a problem, and a lot of the Warriors seem like a problem, but I don't know, guys. I did well with it. Another person in Top Legend was also doing pretty well with it. Decided to give it a try, and it definitely does feel a lot better. Not saying it's a top tier deck or anything like that, but it's definitely the best performing Leyline Mage, at least for me. When it comes down to the mulligan, here's what it's gonna go when you're going first. Of course, you're always gonna be looking for your good Leyline cards. One of the Winter Spring Whelp could be great as well. The Smoldering Grove, the sooner the better, so you can draw a lot as soon as turn 3. The First Flame can be helpful depending on the matchup. Mirror Dimensions, especially if you already have a dragon in hand. And heck, even Arcane Flow might make a lot of sense, but try to have a good cheap middle already. On the coin, again, try to get the good Leyline cards, try to get the curve, and you should be good. That's about it for the deck. Not that expensive, not that cheap, but definitely pretty fun. And we all know people want this deck to actually work, so yeah, this seems to be the best working archetype for it. Hope you found the video helpful, and if you did, you know what to do. But now let's check out some of my games on my road back to Top Legend with it. Hope you enjoy.
Jaina versus Valera.
That's the rogue. Be it Herald or Imbue, is a rogue. Let me import that deck. Neato. Well, I'm gonna keep the Leywalker going second. This Lead Storm might be cool. Killing a 4-1 Fruit of Stealth definitely ain't the worst. Running mirror dimensions in this one is kind of interesting, but definitely sounds worth. Should buy me a turn or two. That ain't bad at all, but we just chill here. This guy's gone nice and slow, just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, it's going good. How you doing? How you doing?
I've got a plan.
Uh-oh, poopy. What's good? Oh no, what happened there, Chief? What seems to be the fuck with it? Okay, definitely did quite a lot there, but could have been a lot worse. Some of that good old shot. Execute could be interesting against something like Sinistra, but Holy Smite kind of deals the same thing without the requirement. If we just AoE the shit out of him. Oof, sorry to hear, man. It do be like that. Karma is a bitch. Okay. Let's try, I might coin this thing out and go for the Surge Needle upgrade. That's as clean as a board as we'll ever get, so might as well. Unless I just stop that needle, that'd be great. Wait. Close. Yeah, I'll just coin it out. So can Laywalker do this for 0. Maybe summon a couple of 7 drops. Or just kill a couple, we'll see.
The magic flows through.
That is not bad at all, though. I don't want to do that instead, then. Perfect. Well, very soon this man could be Pepsimus Maximus. Yeah, go get him, Gorfor. What are you planning to do that with? Summoning a full board of 7 drops next turn could be no joke. But we can also commit a merda. Okay. Might actually just go for some of this with this guy involved.
Your fate is twisted with ruin.
That's a lot of damage. That ain't bad either. I'll just shred so it guarantee dies. That's quite the curve we're getting. This guy skipping a few turns in there really definitely helped, but also we had quite the scary curve ourselves. We were kind of prepared for a bigger of a fight of this guy.
We hunger for vengeance.
No, you coming back from that, Chief? That's what I thought. Wow. Wait, why the fuck are you crying, bro? Instructions unclear. Well, that was a nice little first win of the month. With curves like those, a Leyline would be back on the menu, boys, for the first time ever, more like it, but... I could have postponed that lethal turn he had there, but... we were gonna need a lot of damage, I do believe. Yeah, it's against the Mage. Could be burn, but it's probably gonna be quest, so... I think we're gonna have to get some pretty good stuff on the Leyline aspect. Let me just hard draw, hard mulligan for those.
Be careful who you trust.
Yeah, sure thing, good. Ain't gonna add itself. If you don't add it, who will?
That one missed just one.
Bruh. Gotta say, if this guy was an elemental beast, I think this deck would have been fire. Being able to prep up the 2 mana, the 3 mana, draw stuff guy could have been huge.
That one missed just one.
This feels kind of stupid, honestly, but... why didn't I attack with this guy first? Because I'm a fucking idiot, that's why. Let's pretend that was the plan all along. We cannot let them know we're dumbasses, guys. Not yet. Must hide the fat a wee bit longer. Dark Cry triggers twice again. Let's fucking go. It do be like that sometime, Kurt. I guess it was just his turn to have fun, innit? Sadly, his thing is already done. And now he can do some pretty nasty shit. Some pretty nasty shizzle. Chisel me timbers. If I go at this next time, I'm gonna have somewhat of a hard time with this thing, but I don't think I'm gonna have a much cleaner time doing this. Okay, we already have a triple activated with a Mystic Bear, so this thing dealing a lot more damage, especially with this thing, could be crazy enough to kill him next turn if he don't do shit. Sadly, he does shit. Sadly, shit has been done. Shit got done, yo. Well, I need to make some room.
The magic flows through.
Right, lads. That's about it for now, innit? Still burning a top deck if he kills the 4-2, which he probably does.
Time runs out on me.
Let's not attack, could be an Oasis ally. Smash.
My hand is too full.
Not the worst.
Your fate is twisted with ruin.
Shit, I don't have room for the shattered shit.
Time runs out on me.
Well, that does kill it.
Change is coming.
Think we got him, but let's see.
Time runs out on me.
We got some big lifesteal bullshit now, you hear? What's up, the balls?
Your fate is twisted with ruin.
Counter spell is still out there.
We hunger for vengeance.
That's a lot of damage. That's what I bought. Yes. That went so well. Had a little bit of issues handling my hand there, like burning the extra arcane flow. Port was not ideal, but to be fair, it wasn't that big a deal either. But it was discounted, so was it discounted? Either way, a win is a win, though.
Jaina versus Garen.
Johannes.
Gilneas will trample our foes.
Peace
I like those
is not
cards.
always the answer.
For the most part. Still, against the Dragon Warrior, might be a bit too slow. Can't hold on to the card draw. It's gonna be played after turn 5 after all. Turn 5 or further. Not the worst, not the best.
State your
Something for turn 3 at least would be great.
Who you trust.
Dude mulliganed away everything. Nice. Okay. Still missing turn 3 though. 4-drop mage. My mother warned me about these. But if it's against Egg Warrior, I guess we're not in that big a hurry. Could be Burn Warrior. Strikes me as the Burn Warrior kind of guy. Okay, that's something. Draw a spell. Let's do that then. Alright. These guys could be troublesome for me because my bursting leyline is not gonna have much to connect into. But I could just overwhelm them with 6, 7, 8 drops. Some. Yeah, definitely looks like a Burn Warrior to me. I'm not sure why he's doing that with his mouth when he could have just used location there. That was dumb as shit. Why the fuck did you take 2 damage and leak 1 damage? That was stupid as fuck. How's it going, Vade? Do we play with you? What seems to be the fuck? Oh, you did? Was that last game? When was that? Oh, that's... you're the one that couldn't retire his run? I actually tried DMing some Blizzard people, but not sure they've seen it yet. Okay, let's fucking do it again. Do this. Oh, it did? Congrats, man. That's awesome. Happy it worked out for you. Ooh. Ooh. Technically speaking, I could do this, that, and this, and that is gonna flap Left and right and center. It's gonna clear both of these chisels. And come down with it.
Your fate is twisted with ruin.
It's only gonna clap 2 times, but still, clear boards. Could have been better. If it went on the 6/6, it would have clapped for a little bit extra damage, but still, it's fine. This is fine. So far, so good. Oh wait, we're playing with you right now? Okay, cool. Does not miss me with that shit. Right. Let's try with a discount. Not bad. Okay. Hey now.
Behave, you rotten drink! What horror will hatch?
That should be the bane of him. See now, there's his problem.
You know that, Cobalt. We hunger for vengeance.
Then 17. It's not lethal. Then 17, 22, 24, 26, exact lethal. Okay, I was wondering if it's worth going for the 0 or not. Was neato. Close. Close as fuck, boy. Well, that went so well. Let's get some win streak action now. As long as he doesn't overwhelm me super quickly, this could be good for me. Yeah, welcome, bud. 24 burn damage. Ain't gonna burn itself.
Is not always the answer.
Yeah, happy to have you, bud. Let's see some curvage. Oh man, that is not curvy at all. That is the opposite of a big booty Latina, I can tell it that much. That is a bag of mud is what it is. That is a piece of plywood in pants. Or draw from this guy might be the way to go. Hey, sounds good, dude. Appreciate ya. Hope you use my download link. It's always nice when people do that.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. The magic flows through.
Get some of that discountage, but I really hope he does not have Nosdormu. Bruh. Brosip Stalin. It's gonna be a lot of extra stats he's getting. Probably not burp, it's just drops. Why stop it at 10? Watch 20. Sky's the limit. Well, we are in danger. Dangerous. Taunt me, dude. Bruh. Next time I can clear the board with all it is. Bruh. Well, so much for that. We are dead as fuck, boy. Dead as fucky. Should have played around it. We had an okay-ish curve, but it could have been much better. These discounts could have been much better. A lot of things could have been much better.
Jaina versus King Crush.
Yeah, Nosdorm was just way too busted. Not sure how long it's gonna take Hearthstone to figure that one out, but some time, I guess. Against the Huntard, I'd say this hand is lovely. Needle might be a little bit on the wishful thinking side, but with a curve like this already, might as well. Let's see. Take a while for Face Hunter to go through this. Is it Face Hunter though?
Welcome to the world.
Well, looks like yeah. I can spend the 2 mana on Talnos here. If he decides to Womb Raid or some shit. I'm not against the card drawage. Yeah, good stuff, Vade. Money well spent there. Okay, so he's companioning. He is of the companion kind. Draw a spell ain't the worst. I think I'm gonna kill Xavius here first. That's also not bad though. Could just do that with this.
The magic flows through.
this point, I might just Surge Needle way things are going.
The light dims, but we fight.
Come closer, critters.
I guess Avi's still fine. Might as well amp him up.
More souls! More souls!
The land is healed.
I'll kill off my 4-2 into a 2-2, that's for sure.
Return to the wild, my friend!
Not ideal, but it might be.
The land is healed.
We've played one of everything. Dude's almost dead. If he plays a couple of more minions, he might be mega dead. Like if he goes with the Tolvir here, but apparently no, unless he coins it.
Sisters, my arrows
That's annoying.
break down our foes.
Ooh. Triple of 7 drops right now doesn't sound horrible. I don't want to fit in another Surge Needle in it.
What to do?
Bro, where the fuck is my counter for his tame pet, bro? Is it turned off or something? So like this, like this. Not bad.
Come to me, friends.
Show counters. weird. Something seems to be fucky there. Okay. If I go this for discount.
I wonder.
Perfect.
Your fate is twisted with ruin.
Time runs out on me.
Guess I should have summoned these first. Yes. Could have been some kind of spell damage in him. That's annoying. Very annoying doubled. Piece of shit, killed it before the effect. Oh, I mean, there was no effect. What am I talking about? Not the worst. Surely this ought to be enough. Even if he gets a bunch of doggos, it ain't doing much. Extra dog or extra bear? Oh, this shit. Well, that's not that bad, because this is still gonna leave me with a bunch of free attack shits. Nice. Bro, that was literally the worst way you could have done that shit for me. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? That was the worst. That's literally costing me lethal right now. Fucking row. Diabolical. That was the stupidest crystallized Leyline I've seen in my life, chat. Of course. Naturally.
Critters.
Arcane flow off the top. Natcha fucking really. You have got to be shitting me, chat.
The magic.
I am visibly getting shot on. I was gonna heal him for a lot. What? That was so stupid, dude. Like, rigged ass shit. Not sure if I could have done it a little bit better there for better outcomes, but with a thick body like that one,
Closer.
I don't know. Bruh. I need to get exactly bursting Leyline here, and even then, still pretty fucked. That is a great top deck though. This could have been a lot better.
I'm almost out of cards. I'm out of
The
cards.
land is healed.
Wait a goddamn minute.
You know, Pet Cobalt, your fate is twisted with ruin.
That is lethal as long as the armor doesn't count before he's dead, which it shouldn't. Fucking bullshit games, dude. Fucking bullshit games. Bullshit games me sideways, like, Jesus, dude. Had to work for that one. Diabolical. Diabolisacable. Fucking hell. Insane, though. Well, that was fun. That was clearly fun.